Alright, let's fabricate some shock mounts. I never would have thought shock mounts would bring out so much passion, but you know, it's all good. But here's what I'm going to do. These boxes that I have here, these are left over from another part, good steel. So these will be cut along here, so they'll fit on there. This top part here will most likely overlap all the way to here. So weld it along there, down here, down here. There'll be a 7/8 inch hole in here to fit my bushings at the top of the shock mount. And then on the underside of the axle, we'll have a bracket similar to this. This will fit on the axle. There'll be a hole here, 5/8 inch hole, that will hold this part of the axle, or the shock mount. So there'll be, I don't know if I said, there'll be 2 of these for each shock. So they'll go like this, they'll sandwich together. Then I'll shape them so they look nice, no sharp corners or anything like that. Once I get them in, installed, tacked in, then I'll put a bottom plate along the bottom and probably a small top plate along the top so they won't go anywhere. That will put my shocks behind my axles. That will allow them to be straight. So they'll set off the bar about like this. And this thing's hanging way down, but there'll be plenty of room for to get at it. So that's the plan. That's what I decided to go with after a lot of thinking, a lot of checking. These factory mounts are just way too much work. Putting them on the outside will not work because I would have to drill holes in my fenders, and I'm not drilling holes in the top of my fenders to access or clear shocks. I'd have to put a hole like right here, and I'm not going to do that. But anyway, that's the plan. That's what I'm going with for now, unless I come up with something better while I'm in the middle of fabricating it. But anyway, I'm going to get to work. Here we go. Alright, got the upper mounts fabbed up. They will be welded, you can see along here, all the way around down in here, nice and strong. I can even hit the weld on the inside if I want. They're both on there. They're parallel to each other. It's hard to tell in video, but they are. I'll probably end up taking this and just kind of rounding it off a little bit on both sides, and then it'll get cut here like this so it matches this size. Both of those will get that, and then this one goes all the way down here, so we'll leave that. Anyway, so next up, I don't know what I did with my template. Yeah, I'll find it eventually. But anyway, next up, here it is. This is kind of what the bottom template will look like. It'll go under here like this. So it'll weld to the axle like that. And then I can adjust, let's see, is that right? So we're right around there. I can adjust this down like that or wherever I need to make sure I get the shock length proper, and it won't be too close to the ground. So that's what truly matters, because it won't hit on the ground. But anyway, this is the design that I think is going to work the best. It clears everything, including the panhard bar. It looks close right there, but you got to remember this is going to get cut off. So I don't think it would hit anyway, but it's definitely not going to hit once I trim that. But anyway, back to work. I'm going to see if I can get this one of these bottom ones cut out today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plate, cut myself a square line down there probably, because I already have a halfway square line. Then I will take my hole saws. Got a 2.5 inch diameter, this dude right here. I'll take that. I'll draw a line down the middle of this. I'll drill that hole or cut that hole with the hole saw, 2.5 inch diameter. Then I will cut it in half. That'll give me both sides of my bracket, and I'll have a 2.5 inch diameter half hole, I guess you could call it, that will fit underneath my axle. So I'll do that twice on here, and then figure out how long I need to make them, and then cut them out, turn them against each other, and then I'll weld them together like I did that stuff, grind them down till they're perfectly matched, and then I'll take a 5/8 drill bit, which is the size of that hole right there, and drill a hole through both of them at the same time, cut them apart, and then they'll fit. So anyway, I'm going to try and get one of those done. It's I don't even know what time it is. Let's see. It's Wednesday still, I know that. 4:09. So hopefully I can get one of those done in about an hour. Then I'll go inside and cook dinner, and then I'll head to bed for a little bit before I got to go to work tonight. So anyway, my goal is to get one of these done today. If I can get one today, then I'll be happy, and then I can make the other one this weekend. But the other thing that I have coming is my bump stops. They should be here tomorrow or today, can't remember. Anyway, that's the other things I have to fabricate. So anyway, back on it. Here we go. More look. There we go. Alright, so may look a little different. I switched back to my old camera. My video camera's at the dance studio right now. So anyway, these are gonna work. We're going with this. Actually probably after I weld them in, we'll clean them up. We'll take this edge off. This will be fine. I'll have to cut this other edge off on the opposite side before I do it. This cross member back here has a slight twist to it, but that's okay. We're gonna be able to work with that, no problem. I cut out the first of the bottom mounts. You see, this will go on the axle, so these will actually be upright like so. The shock will mount on this side, probably right around in here towards the bottom of it, just to give me the extra length that I need. I may have to angle them just a touch to make sure it's right. Then we'll cut it like this to clear it up on the top, and we'll put a top plate on it and a bottom plate on it, round off all the corners, and we'll call that good. But I have to cut the remainder of my old airbag mounts off my axle. You can see this edge here. I'm gonna have to cut that off, so I got to take my airbag brackets off, get rid of that. May have to redo these just a touch. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna be able to notch these off, and it'll be fine. So I can tack those on, get them exactly where I need it. And I don't feel like pulling my axle out right now. It's about time for me to close up shop anyway. So that'll be the project for Friday. Pull the axle out. I still gotta, if you can see right there, I gotta cut that one off too. So I'll pull the axle out this weekend and do that. And then from there, I'll fabricate up my other bracket, and we'll call it good. So this is gonna work. This is what I am going with. Obviously, I spent a lot of time thinking about it. This wasn't something that I just came up with. I sometimes kind of overthink, but most of the time I just want to do it right the first time. I get sick of doing stuff twice. So this will be it. This will work. Once this is done and I fabricate my bump stops, all I got to do is do some finish welding, do some grinding and clean everything up, and then this back half of the frame will be ready to paint. So that'll hopefully happen maybe next Monday is kind of the plan. I'm hoping that'll work, but we'll see. You know, plans change all the time. I go on vacation after Friday, but we got a little trip planned and a couple other things. But anyway, so this is about it. Got home from work. Let's see, I got home about 6 this morning. Took a nap, got up about 12:30, hung around, ate lunch with my wife, and then got to work out here. So it's about time to go cook dinner and go take another nap. But anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. So you know, this is the way I'm fabricating it. I want it to look right. I don't want, you got to remember, I'm going to be running without a bed for a while, or a bed floor for a while, so this stuff is all going to be exposed. I don't want it to look like it was just hacked together at all. So yeah. So anyway, that's about all I'm going to say about that. Otherwise, thank you for the comments, thank you for the subscriptions and the likes and everything. I truly appreciate it. Hope you guys have had a good half of your week so far. Hope the rest of your week is good, and we'll see you Friday. Everybody be good.